Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hi children, good morning. I hope all are safe and healthy. So let's move on to the next part of the video. Okay, so here we are going to see the NCERT solutions in this video. So have you children see some of the blue questions at the end of the each topic? So that solutions we are going to discuss in this video. Yes. So there we will discuss about the exercises, solutions, questions with the solutions also. So now we will see the first part. Okay, so for this chapter tissue, in page 69, you can see some of the questions. So what is the first question? So what is a tissue? So we already have seen, but here we will revise once again. So tissue is a group of cells that are similar in structure and they are organized together to perform a specific task. So such structures are called as tissue. So what is a tissue? A group of cells that are similar in structure and organized together to perform a same function or a specific task is called as a tissue. What's the next question? What is the utility of tissues in multicellular organisms? So, what is the importance of the tissues in high-level organisms like multicellular organisms? Here you can see the answer. The different types of tissues perform different functions in multicellular organisms that we know. Since a particular group of cells carry out only a particular function, they do it very efficiently in case of a highly advanced organism. So we don't want only a single cell to perform all the function because it's a highly advanced organism. So we need a group of cells for each and every particular function so that it is very efficient in performing the entire job. So that process is described as the division of labor in multicellular organism. So the multicellular organism will possess a definite division of labor. Next, go on with the question seen in page 74. The first question you can see is, name the types of simple tissues. So what are the types of simple tissues? They are of three types. Okay. So they are, first is parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. So these are the three main type of simple tissues. The parenchyma is further divided into aerenchyma and chlorenchyma. So what is aerenchyma? If the parenchyma is going to possess air cavities, such cells are called as aerenchyma. You can see them in water plants. What is chlorenchyma? The chlorenchyma is something which will possess the chlorophyll in them. Okay, so such type of parenchymatous tissue are called as chlorenchyma. Okay, what's the next question? Where is apical meristems found? I think all are very clear with this question. Okay. So the answer is you can see them in the growing tips of the stems and the roots. So the tip of the apex means tip, right? So apical stems are present at the growing tips of the stems and the roots. The next page, in the same page 74, you can see the next question, number 3. Which tissue makes up the husk of coconut? So the answer is very simple. It is a sclerenchymatous tissue. Next question, what are the constituents of phloem? If we learn the constituents of phloem, we can learn the constituents of xylem very easily also. Okay, so first understand what are the constituents of phloem. So here the answer is the sieve tubes, the companion cells, the phloem parenchyma, the phloem fibers. So these are the constituents of phloem. Next question lies in the page 78, right? So 78, page 78, you can see this type of questions. So what's the first question? The name the tissue that is responsible for the movement in our body. So movement means it is the muscles. So any muscle which is going to see in the body will help in the movement of that organism, right? The next question. What does a neuron look like? So here they didn't ask you what are the constituents or what are the composition, they didn't ask. They just asked you how the neuron will look like. So a neuron will look like a star shaped cell, okay, with a tail. If you look the cell under the microscope, it will be appearing in the shape of a star, and hence they are called as the star shaped cell or the neuron. Okay, so here the different constants are also given. That is also a very important question that we discuss in the next video. Next question, give 3 features of cardiac muscles. So can you tell me what are the 3 types of muscles first? So the 3 types of muscles are striated or the voluntary muscles. The second one is the smooth muscles or the non-striated muscles. So the third type of muscle is only the cardiac muscle. So the cardiac muscle, here they are asking for a 3 feature. So the 3 features are, the cardiac muscles are involuntary muscles. They can contract rapidly and they will not get fatigued. Such type of muscles are the cardiac muscles. The next is, the muscles are cylindrical, branched and uninucleated. The structure of the muscles are cylindrical, branched and uninucleated. And what is the main function? They control the contraction and relaxation of the heart. So these are the very, very important 3 features of a cardiac muscle. Next question, what are the functions of areolar tissue? So what type of tissue is areolar tissue? It is a type of connective tissue. Yes, you remember. So we have learnt about 4 types of areolar tissues. Here we are going to see the one of the connective tissue called the areolar tissue. So the answer is, it helps in supporting the internal organs and helps in repairing the tissues of the skin and the muscles. So connective tissue itself means what? It will connect. It will connect one organ or to the other, or the one type of tissue to the another type of tissue. So here the areolar tissue are mainly of fibers as a matrix. You remember that. So fibers as a matrix and cells will be here and there embedded. So here the function is supporting the internal organs and they help in repairing the tissues of the skin and muscles. So with that we have finished all the blue colored questions that you see at the end of each topic. And hereafter we will see about the exercises of the same lesson in the next video. Thank you so much, children.